fast as lightning, it's the dream. Speed and drama every turn on NFR, the rubber burns. Feel the thrill of every bend, where the champions transcend. Feel the power at NFR, burning tracks, driving far, where the races never end. NFR, only friend. Like Fernando calls the play on NFR every race day. Commentary sharp and loud, hyping up the roaring crowd. Feel the power at NFR, burning tracks, driving far, where the races never end. NFR, only friend. Not Fernando calls the play on NFR at race day. Commentary sharp and loud, hyping up the roaring crowd. Feel the power at NFR, burning tracks, driving far, where the races never end. NFR, only friend. Deaf queen, the top supporter scene, in the crowd where speed is keen. NFR, the place to be. Join the race, watch and see.
Tuesday night, 8 p.m. We go SAFRL the show. Engines roar, lights will glow. Feel the rush, feel the flow. Every lap, a twist, a turn. Speeding fast, rubber burn. Crowds cheer, hearts churn. Victory, what we yearn. SAFRL, we ride. Highs and lows side by side. Drama here can't hide. Victory, what we earn. SAFRL, we ride. Highs and lows side by side. Drama here can't hide. Racing fast in full stride. Crashes, spins on the track. Up and down, who's coming back? Champions rise, no slack. Push to the front, never back. Pit stops, precision, gold. Strategy, daring, bold. Who will lead, not foretold. Speed and skill, tales unfold. SAFRL, we ride. Highs and lows side by side. Drama here can't hide. Racing fast in full stride.
Engines roar, the crowd goes wild. SAFRL under the lights. Tuesday night a battle begins. Speeding hearts chasing winds. Pit stops are lightning fast. Every second a driver must grasp. Bumps and spins on curves so tight, fighting for glory beneath the twilight. SAFRL on a Tuesday night. Adrenaline rush and flashing lights. Tears and triumphs on the line. In the race of life at 8 p.m. shine. The checkered flag is waving near. Fans are cheering, can you hear? Highs and lows in every lap. Drawn falls, no time for a nap. Competitors push with all their might, risking it all in the fight. Victory awaits the bold and brave. Legends are born on this stage. SAFRL on a Tuesday night. Adrenaline rush and flashing lights. Tears and triumphs on the line. In the race of life at 8 p.m. shine. Checkered flag is waving near. Fans are cheering, can you hear? Highs and lows in every lap. Drawn falls, no time for a nap. Competitors push with all their might, risking it all in the fight. Victory awaits the bold and brave. Legends are born on the stage. SAFRL on a Tuesday night. Adrenaline rush and flashing lights. Tears and triumphs on the line. In the race of life at 8 p.m. shine.
Gather round, mates, for a tale that's a laugh about a racer named Jack took an F1 path. Aussie lad with guts, but he spun that ride, crashed his dreams. Now he's off to the side. Jack Gold Coast born with speed in his heart. Dad's a legend, gave him racing from the start. F4, F3, tearing up the scene. F2 king, living out his dream. Alpine shouted, Jack, you're our man. Gave him Ocon seat, thought he'd lead the plan. But 25 roared like a Roo gone wild. Jack's F1 hopes got wrecked in exile. Suzuka turn 1, pushing 8 and 5. Slammed that wall, car barely survived. Team radio buzz, Jack, you still there? He's stumbling out, dust in his hair. Oh, Jack ain't coming back, he's done away, mate. Crashed that car, sealed his F1 fate. 0 points, left skid marks on the track. Frank goes in, and Jack ain't coming back. Miami Grand Prix thought he'd make a mark. Turn 1, lap 1 sent Liam Lawson to the dark. Penalty stacked, his license near shot. Speeding in the pits, fines hit the lot. Alpine's cash took a hit from his spree. Boss Solly Oak said, Jack, you're killing me. Franco called a Pinto with bucks and a smile. Snagged Jack's seat, sent him back in exile. Fans online are cackling, saying Jack's a bust. 6 races, no points, mate, you're eating dust. Oh, Jack ain't coming back, he's done away, mate. Crashed that car, sealed his F1 fate. 0 points, left skid marks on the track. Frank goes in, and Jack ain't coming back. Jack swore he'd push like a dingo on fire, but his car's in scraps and his dreams retired. Back to reserve, just a spare in the shed. left his hopes for dead. Here's to Jack with a grin and a cheer. Your F1 run was a wild outback steer. Aussie battler, you gave it a crack, but them crashes prove Jack ain't coming back. Oi, mate. Oh, Jack ain't coming back. He's done, oi, mate. Crashed that car, sealed his F1 fate. 0 points, left skid marks on the track. Frank goes in, and Jack ain't coming back. Oi, mate.
Chasing dreams in flight. SAFRL thunder roar, spinning wheels forevermore. Engines scream at 8 o'clock, adrenaline like ticking clock. Turns and twists where legends bleed. Every fan needs to believe. In the league of SAFRL we rise, fuel and fire in our eyes. From the lows to the highest highs, it's the thrill that never dies. Pit stops quick, a race of fate. Champions born at heaven's gates. Trackside hearts beat wild and free. Victory for all to see. Rivalries burn tire lights, red and green in the night. Final lap on the moon's gaze, ending in a roaring blaze. Crown rolls like crashing tide. In SAFRL we take pride. From start to end hero fights, everlasting speed delight. SAFRL, we rise, fuel and fire in our eyes. From the lows to the highest highs, it's the thrill that never dies. In the league of SAFRL, we rise, fuel and fire in our eyes. From the lows to the highest highs, it's the thrill that never dies. In the league of SAFRL, we rise, fuel and fire in our eyes. From the lows to the highest highs, it's the thrill that never dies. The thrill that never dies. Pit stops quick, a race of fate. Champions born at heaven's gates. Trackside hearts beat wild and free. A victory for all to see. Rivalries burn tire might, red and green in the night. Final lap on the moon's gaze, ending in a roaring blaze. Crowd roars like crashing tide. In SAFRL we take pride. From start to end heroes fight. Everlasting speed delight. Delight.
Daniil came roaring, a Russian with a spark. Toro Rosso's fire lit up the track in the dark. Promised Red Bull's big seat, he flew in 2015. But Sochi's crash sent him down, Max stole the dream. Back to Toro he went with the win. Red Bull's wings, they lift you up, then crash you to the ground. Promise seats and glory, but then lies keep spinning around. From Daniel to Pierre, Alex and more, they fell. Red Bull's driver graveyard, where dreams go to dwell. Pierre was the next kid with a smile bright as day. Toro Rosso star Bahrain's foreshowed the way. Red Bull called him up, said, son, you're the one. But Max's shadow crushed him. 12 races, he was done. Sent back to Toro, told he'd get another shot, but the phone stayed silent, left Pierre in a knot. Jamie and Sebastian, they felt that same old sting. Promised Toro saddle, but Red Bull clipped their wings. Red Bull's wings, they lift you up, then crash you to the ground. Promise seats and glory, but then lies keep spinning around. From Daniel to Pierre, Alex and more, they fell. Red Bull's driver graveyard, where dreams go to dwell. Brendan waited 9 years for a shot to shine, but Toro chewed him up, spit him out by design. Liam got 2 races, thought he'd earned his place. Red Bull said, back to Bulls, you're losing this race. Carlos got a loan, I never saw Red Bull again. Now he's winning elsewhere, leaving helmet in pain. They dangle that seat like a carrot on a string, but when you reach for glory, you're left with nothing but sting. Red Bull's wings, they lift you up, then crash you to the ground. Promise seats and glory, but them lies keep spinning around. From Daniel to Pierre, Alex and more, they fell. Red Bull's driver graveyard, where dreams go to dwell. So here's to the drivers who fought through the pain. Daniel, Pierre, and Alex rising up again. Red Bull's got its titles, but these boys paid the cost. In the dust of melting keys, their dreams ain't fully lost.
Under neon lights and engine screams, she's the guardian of our speed-filled dreams. With skull in flight and alien on the chase, she's the calm in the storm, our guiding grace. Andre by her side, loyal and strong, their love's been racing all along. But it's the brotherhood she holds so near. With every lap she makes it clear. Oh, Death Queen, heart of the grid. With every cheer she lifts the lid on fears, on doubt she tears through night. Her voice, our fuel, our fearless light. From cockpit to coach she stands supreme, a true believer in the brotherhood dream. Oh, Death Queen, in shadows and gleam, you are the queen of our sim racing team. Trophies shine, but not like her pride. Watching Skull and Andre glide. She's there in silence, she's there in roar, in every circuit, every lore. From midnight spins to dawn's first light, she's always there holding us tight. No crash too deep, no curve too wide. With her in spirit, we rise, we ride. Oh, Death Queen, heart of the grid. With every cheer she lifts the lid on fears, on doubt she tears through night. Her voice, our fuel, our fearless light. From cockpit to coach she stands supreme, a true believer in the brotherhood dream. every F1 storm we wore. Holding the line, fierce and unseen, forever our monarch, our death queen. Whoa, Death Queen, heart of the grid. With every cheer she lifts the lid on fears, on doubt she tears through night. Our voice, our fuel, our fearless light. From cockpit to coach she stands supreme, a true believer in the brotherhood dream. Oh, Death Queen, in shadows and gleam, you are the queen of our sim racing team. Yeah, oh, Death Queen, you are the queen of our sim racing team.
Like a shooting star, the engines roar, the tires scream. Fast as lightning, it's a dream. Speed and drama, every turn on NFR, the rubber burns. Feel the thrill of every bend, where the champions transcend.
Feel the power at NFR, burning tracks, driving far, where the races never end. NFR,
calls to play on NFR every race day. Commentary sharp and loud, hyping up the roaring crowd.
Feel the power at NFR, burning tracks, driving far, where the races never end. NFR, our only friend.
Not Fernando calls to play on NFR at race day. Commentary sharp and loud, hyping up the roaring crowd.
Feel the power at NFR, burning tracks, driving far, where the races never end. NFR, our only friend.
Death Queen, the top supporter see in the crowd where speed is keen. NFR, the place to be. Join the race, watch and see.
Tuesday night, 8 p.m. We go SAFRL the show. Engines roar, lights will glow. Feel the rush, feel the flow. Every lap, a twist, a turn. Speeding fast, rubber burn. Crowds cheer, hearts churn. Victory, what we yearn. SAFRL, we ride. Highs and lows, side.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome back. Welcome back to NFR. Welcome back to SAFRL on a Tuesday night. Actually, I thought it was a night race. It started as a night race. Of course, we are in Jeddah. One of F1's modern takes on what a street circuit is. Not much of a street circuit when you consider it was built for the purpose of F1. Circuits tend to be built on existing roads. Already some cars out on track. Circuit this. Maybe a street circuit, but there's nothing tight and twisty about it. There's nothing slow about it. It's all about speed. It's all about top speed here in the final sector, and it's all about commitment. If you want to go as quick as possible, you're going to need to use all of the racetrack on offer. Using all of the racetrack on offer means you're going to get very close to some barriers at very high speed. You are riding with Iris, the two McLaren. Can't turn my commentary volume up any higher, so all I can do is turn the cars a little lower, so I've done that. Hope that helps. Really silly thing on the game is you can work out the mic volume and the game volume, but the game volume gets higher every time you go on board with a car. This Wezo, the other McLaren. Have a look. Do both McLarens have the same livery? Yes, they do. 15 drivers making the cut tonight. Not quite the full grid we've become quite spoiled with on a Tuesday night. It's a Smurf. One of the two Red Bulls. The other one is Harsh Cartoon. Have a brief look at the Drivers' Championship. Spikes leads the way on 81 points. It's very small on my screen. Then Pantry Star second on 57 points, 22 points behind. Then we've got Chris P3, Panda P4, and Skull P5. And then going over to the Constructors' Championship, still a lot to play for in that Drivers' Championship. In the Constructors, nothing in it. 88 points to Williams, 85 points to Red Bull, then 71 Alpine, 66 Ferrari, 64 Aston Martin, and 57 McLaren. Still close, look at that. RB 46, Mercedes 38, nobody really out of this, even at this latter stage of the championship. We go back to the timing screens and we can see already some lap times coming in. Martin quickest with a 1 minute 28.2. Virus second fastest 28.4. That's 2/10 adrift. Then Smurf 28.5. Then 28.6 for Osman. We're going in 1/10. Then Wezo further 2/10 back. P5 128.8. Osh Cartoon, he's done his lap, 29.1, good enough for P6. Poinkies, 29.2, P7. These are the first lap times of the drivers coming round. Top Gun, 29.3. Currently the last of the timed cars. Robin, 31.2. Someone's gone quicker. Someone's gone quicker than Martin. 27. Am I reading that right? I am reading that right. That's a 27.5. That is quite a shift in proceedings. Talk about getting the lap time done first time round. No wasting time. No messing about. If I wasn't commentating, I could have said something else than messing about. Skull, if you didn't see, went up into P3 with a 28.3. Look how close he's getting to the barriers. That's what I mean here around Saudi. It is a street circuit. Barriers do come close. You really need to utilize all of the race circuit. It's a circuit all about speed, all about top end. Iris still in the pits, riding with Skull. We know if he's doing his usual routine, then he'll be doing multiple laps on a set of tires. Poll coming up. I put up a poll earlier. How many drivers do you think will be in championship contention by the time we get to Abu Dhabi? The options were the championship will be over by then, which I would be shocked and disappointed. And then the other two options, 3 or 2. 3, 38%, 2, 50%. Going to be between the two papaya cars. Is Max still going to be part of the calculation? It's going to be probably the most exciting Abu Dhabi we've had since 2021. Exciting, depending on what side of the table you were on that night. Speaking of Abu Dhabi 2021, look what it is. It's a Mercedes. Andre. There we go. Andre in the Mercedes. Car that obviously dominated the hybrid era. Then lost its way during the ground effect era. And what's going to happen in 2026? No one knows. Is changing very, very much in concept and in design, not only in how the motor runs. That means different designers are going to put together different concepts. Some are going to get it very, very right, like Mercedes did in the hybrid era, like Red Bull did in the ground force era. Others are going to get it very, very wrong. Royale still the quickest driver, 27.5. That was his initial lap. But the SAFRL logo here just blocking a bit of the time. See if we can just make that a bit smaller. There we go. 27.5. Next best time, 28.2, then 28.3, 28.4, 28.5, 28.6. Going down in 1/10 all the way down to P6. Low stuff for everyone except the leader. Lam Royale with that 27.5. I can tell you he has emerged from the pits, so that driver back out on circuit looking for an improvement. There he is in the Aston Martin. Fernando Alonso. Love an Aston Martin like that. One at the top of the field. Skull still P3, but that's a very impressive lap time when you remember how Skull runs his qualifying sessions. He does multiple laps on the same set of tires. Means you have to throw extra fuel into the car than you would usually for a qualifying lap. Means when the tires are at their best, the car is heavier than it should be, and when the car finally lightens out, those tires are past their peak. Once you strip the fuel and put on a new set of rubber, that combination can usually find them a chunk of time. I say them, he's not the only one who does that. Martin currently second fastest. He has gone into the 27s himself. Awfully close to Lamroyal, but not close enough. 27.5 versus a 27.6. The front row has got a lot tighter. As for the second row, 28.3, 28.4. 10th separates them. Still believe with a bit of time in his pocket, considering the way he runs qualifying. Was going to say Virus in P4, but he's just gone down to P5. Lebby up into P4, 26.3. Will you look at that? Skull 28 to 28.3. Don't have a heart attack to 28.3. Skull was in P3, Virus was in P4. It was a 28.3 versus a 28.4, and somehow Lebby got in the middle of those two with a 28.3 of his own. He's getting very, very close at the front. Panda in the comment section. Not on the race circuit. There's 15 drivers in the field. A smaller field than what we've become accustomed to in SAFRL. That allows some of the drivers who could use a change in the championship. Tonight you can get some good points. Of course, 15 drivers, very tricky circuit. Retirement's a strong possibility. You know what comes with retirement. Little car that comes out and slows everybody down. And usually those can really mix up a race. That's not where you want to be if you're the RB. Wonder if that was an incident or if he was just getting out of the way. It was an incident. He's got no damage. Lucky man. A lot of the drivers now in the pits. Majority of the drivers really in the pits. But Top Gun, is this on a timed lap? It's already done one lap on those tires. 29.3. The other driver on a quick lap is Osman. Looking for an improvement. Currently in P7. 28.6. Harsh Cartoon currently in P10, 29.1. Love to get a good position to start the race. I've seen him so many times having to come from the back. Doesn't always have the very best qualifying, doesn't always have the very best race starts. Somehow manages to claw his way into the points at the end of the race. That has become quite a common trait for Harsh Cartoon. He can sort out his quali pace, sort out his race starts. Well, then he'll be there from the beginning. Of course, if you're a MotoGP fan and you got to watch Valentino Rossi at the beginning of his career, he was exactly like that. On race day, blisteringly fast. On some occasions, winning almost every single race of the season, but when it came to qualifying, he was shocking. When he first joined MotoGP, his qualifying pace was shocking. That didn't stop him from winning multiple Grand Prix, starting outside the top 15. Visor, welcome to the chat, welcome to the stream, good to have you. We've almost got the same amount of viewers as we have drivers in the lobby. Although some of the viewers are drivers in the lobby. Royale has gone quick at 27.3. Previous best was at 27.5, so he took a further 2/10 out of it. Why the hate? So early on, the hate. So much hate. Must be a history here. I still don't know the history, but there must be a history here between Harsh Cartoon and Visor. Did you guys make contact on the race circuit? Was it a Verstappen-Ocon situation? Were you in the lead, about to lap Harsh Cartoon, and contact was made? What happened there? Definitely previous history. Or Visor is just secretly Harsh Cartoon's biggest fan. This is Martin. Out on a new set of tires. Looking for another lap. 20 seconds left in the session. 27.2. The lap time he's looking for is a low 27.3. That'll get him into pole position. Nobody else in the 27s. Next best is Osman on the 28.2. Skull P4, 28.4. He is looking for an improvement. He has improved. 28.3 for Skull. Royale 27.3. Where is Martin? 27.4. I think he's given up on that lap. That's right. Martin's done with the lap. Where is Skull? He is on the second row. He is in P4. Front row might be a bit of a stretch. P3 not far away. As I say that, he falls off the second row. Virus up into P3. Great lap at the end. Becomes only the third driver in the 27s. Look at this. All of the racetrack so close to the barriers, but not too close to the barriers. Those quickest in Sector 2. The Alpine on the move. Skull now demoted to P6. Not so long ago he was in P4. I said he was fighting for P3, but now all the way down. Let's see how he improves. He does improve. We didn't see by how much. I think that, there we go. He did get third. Hopefully we'll get those lap times on the results. We didn't get to see the final lap time. There it is. He did get into the 27s. In fact, a lot of drivers got into the 27s. The top 5 did. Lamroyal pole position. He'll be followed by Martin, Skull, Virus, Lebby, Osman, Smurf, Andre, J-Boy, and Wezo, making up the top 10. Outside the top 10, with a bit of work to do, Boinkies 11, Harsh Cartoon 12, Top Gun 13, Robin 14, and Sugar Bear will go from the rear of the field without setting a lap time. Welcome back to the familiar scenes of the empty pit lane. Absolutely nothing happening in the pit lane. All of the action happening to the left of your screen. Drivers preparing their final strategies, what tire they're going to start on. What do they anticipate from this race? Will there be safety cars? Will there be early safety cars? Or will they come right at the end? Either way, they tend to shake things up. See, I think it's Yaku there asking Sugar Bear why no time. Not sure if that was a retirement. May have been a retirement early on in the session. Sometimes drivers like starting at the back. I don't think that was the case tonight. Bit of a longer pause than what we're used to. Drivers not decided on what they're gonna do. Making their final picks.
I am stupid. I am stupid. I switch off everything.
There we go. The pause is finally over. And we're not getting a formation lap. Are we getting a formation lap? We're not getting a formation lap. We're straight into the racing. Lamb Royale. What happened there? I was waiting for the formation lap. It never happened. Lamb Royale leads the way. Martin P2, Skull P3, Osman P4. Did I miss something? Wonder how many of the drivers were aware of that. But action straight away at the race start. Catching out the commentator. And I wonder how many on the grid got caught out by it too. Sam leads the way and he's already opening up that gap. 9/10 of a second, 1 second. There it is. Over the DRS gap. You know how beneficial DRS is on this circuit. Such a fast race circuit. So many long straights, especially there in Sector 3. Once you fall out of DRS, it makes it so much more difficult to stay with the car ahead. At the rear of the field. Spend enough time at the rear of the field. These drivers don't get footage. It's Levy. Does he have damage? Yes, he does. A lot of damage. Around this circuit, gonna need a little bit of wing to get around these corners, so he's gonna have to come in, change that wing straight away. Boinky's P14. Started in P11, so he's lost a few positions from the start of the race. Sugar Bear up to 13. Started in P15, so he's made up a couple of positions. Top Gun 12, Robin 11. Osh Cartoon also with a strong start at the beginning. I think he's made up 2 positions at the start of the race, just behind his teammate, the 2 Red Bulls, 9 and 10. Got Wezo P8 in the McLaren, Andre P7. Following J-Boy in the Sauber, Virus in the McLaren, and Osman in the Aston Martin. The top 3 remain within DRS of each other. It looked like Lamb Royale was dangerously close to breaking that DRS, but it has since been pulled back. 9/10 of a second between the leader and P2, and then even closer between P2 and P3. Just half a second between those two. Welcome to everybody in the stream, everybody in the chat. Great to have you. I think it's mostly the regulars. There's a few names here I don't recognize, but this YouTube update has really messed with the names. Skull sets the fastest lap. Fastest man on track is the man in P4. Sets the track in purple. Now he's looking to get even further up the road. He's got the pace. Seen it now. He's done 3 laps with the leaders. He's done 3 laps with Lam Royale and Martin. Drivers who started on the front row, and he's shown that he's capable of staying with them. Now it's about patience. It's about waiting for the moment. But he is applying the pressure, and Lam Royale is feeling the pressure the most. That's the view from the rear wing of Lam Royale. Look at that. Not only do you have one car attacking you, you've got 2. Make a mistake, you lose a position. Make a bigger mistake, you lose both. As for Martin, you've got a 3-car DRS train like this. I always say the worst place to be. Car in the middle. Of course, you want to attack the leader. You want to take that P1 away from him. But at the same time, you've got to worry about the car behind. The view from Skull. He's got the best seat in the house for the battle for the lead. Got a warning from Visor, but it's from Visor, so it's about as useful as a message from Jeff. Of course, I have no way of knowing if he's lying because this is a night race and I can't see if there are clouds, but it's coming from Visor, so I doubt it very much. Go the Alpine around the outside of Lam Royale, who's now down to P3, made a mistake, let Martin through, and now Skull. Well, Mike. LNFR. Visor says LNFR. Well, I'm glad you love NFR. Heard some people enjoy it. Great to know that at least one of you love it. Martin leads the way 0.8 of a second from Skull. That top 3 switched around. Lam Royale led the way. He's actually coming into the pits. Does that Aston Martin have damage? Get a better view. Where's he gone? Lam Royale, can we get a better view? There we go. Is there a wing change? I did not see a wing change. I don't think that was damage. Choosing to come into the pits very, very early on. I wonder if Lam Royale started on a set of soft tyres. Quite sure why he came into the pit so early. I didn't see a wing change. Lam Royale down in 13th place, but we know he's a quick driver. If anyone can get back to the front of the field, will be one of them. Now Martin, with his closest competition in qualifying out the window, but he's got Skull very much on his tail. The gap 9/10. Might want to close that up. I want to get beyond a second. I think beyond a second, you're getting all of that dirty air and none of the DRS. Guys are saying Harsh Platoon's handbrake is on. Not sure about the handbrake in the F1 car. I don't know how useful it would be. Not something you'd want to be using very often. Martin still leads. Skull still P2. Those guys still close together. Half a second between the two. This is the next best man. Virus P3. Skull still chasing Martin. Still chasing the horse. Just at the rear of that wing. For basically all of the race. And Martin was in P2. Skull was in P3. Now Martin up to the lead. Skull in P2. He's looking at the back of that horse for the entirety of the race. No move just yet. Once you get to the top, once you get to driving with the quickest, about applying pressure, not putting pressure on yourself. Applying pressure and waiting for the moment. Make sure you're close enough to be able to grab that moment when it happens. Fun fact, Harsh Cartoon did not get the fastest lap of 50 races. I would love to know where Visor gets his database of figures. Royale gets the fastest lap of 1:30.8. Up into P11. Up into P10. Not wasting any time as he comes through the field. Where is the Aston Martin and who's next? The horse just ahead of him. It's Top Gun. He's lost so much track position with that early pit stop. Now looking to make his way through the field as quickly as possible so he can utilize these medium tires. No good having brand new rubber and being stuck behind a slower car. But this is for track position. This is for race order. Top Gun. No need. Give the position up. Is for position. Sometimes the driver's too quick. Just want to get out of the way. He's costing you time as well. In fact, last did not get a top 5 in Saudi races. Really? You're just coming up with ridiculous stats. Sounds like an American coming up with stats. You should see the records they come up with. The commentators on American football. Absolutely ridiculous. You know, they've got different records for if the game was on a Sunday. Boinkies, P13. Saying numbers don't fly. The Sugar Bear in P14. I'm half commentating and I'm half on my phone. I apologize. People asking me. Earlier about it was the 1976 or the 1977 Grand Prix, and half typing that on my phone and half commentating. You don't know what incident I'm talking about. Bad incident. South African Grand Prix 1977. One driver, Tom Price, Tom Price, as well as a marshal were killed at the South African Grand Prix right on the main straight. And then Marshall ran across the track with a fire extinguisher. Well, car hit the Marshall, and the fire extinguisher hit the driver. Pfizer complaining about my mic, but Pfizer always complains, so I don't care. Martin leads the way, Skull in P2, that gap still within 1 second. Skull doing a good job to hold on. Both those cars on the same set of tyres. I think everyone in the top 10 on the same set of tyres. 8 lap old mediums. Five tenths of a second. And Skull is thinking, I'm being patient, but the mistake's not coming. 9 laps now on the medium. It's 25 lap race. Wonder how many laps these medium runners intend on doing. I think that pit window is coming up shortly, and it's going to be a busy pit window. Look, some of them have already come in. Virus, Smurf, J-Boy, Wezo, all on brand new hard tyres. Bosch Cartoon 1 lap on his hard tyres, so he went in 1 lap earlier than everybody else. Lam Royale out of sync in P5 now, but on the medium. Osman look in his mirrors and see the Mercedes-Benz. Andre, fantastic drive so far in P4. Really enjoying the Saudi circuit. Lamreal continues his climb through the order, now up into P5. Saw him right at the rear of the field. To make up a lot of those positions, the rest just peeled off into the pits in front of him. And look at that. Lam Royale in P2. And when Martin does pit, that's going to be about a 9-second lead. How did he get that right? Virus, driver in P6. He has made his pit stop. 1 lap old hard tyres. Drivers yet to pit. Your leader, Martin. Robin in P4. Boinkus in P5. And Sugar Bear down in P14. Levy picks up the first penalty of the evening. It's a 3-second penalty for corner cutting. You're thinking, where do you corner cut here in Saudi? Well, not a lot of places you can corner cut for the most part. Those are going to be running wide on the exit of corners, going over the curbs, not necessarily cutting into a corner, rather using too much racetrack on the way out of it. That's a fantastic answer. Spike's asking the question, who is Jan? Jan answering, it is me. The comment section. Always entertaining. Would have been funnier if you had said, Jan is me. Andre now in P9. He's made his pit stop. Also got a new set of hard tyres. Looks like he waited a little bit longer than the rest of the field to get on that set of tyres. Just one lap old. Could be crucial at the end of the race for who just waited an extra lap or two. You're going to have that extra lap or two of rubber on the final laps, and it might make all the difference if you find yourself in a battle. Fantastic driving up until this point. We've still got all 15 drivers in this race. This is J-Boy, and as I say, all 15 drivers in this race. We just see the back of this Sauber getting out of shape. Almost tapping the wall, but not quite. But the loss of momentum is enough. And Andre going to try go around the outside. Doesn't get it quite done. Now just tucks in behind the Sauber. Fast going to come? Not quite. And how did that happen? Lam Royale leads the way. He's on a set of medium tyres. They've already done 8 laps. They were a brand new set of medium tyres. I might say he could get to the end, but I don't think he's getting to the end on those tyres. His strategy tonight, all about speed. He's out front, 3.3 seconds, needs to build that gap up so that he can make a pit stop and then get himself back into the lead on a new set of tyres. Maybe the soft at the end. We'll have to wait and see. This Virus. McLaren driver in P4. %, of you in the poll saying 2 drivers. After 13 votes, 2 drivers will be in championship contention in Abu Dhabi. That means one of the current 3 contenders is going to fall out of it. Of course, the 2 McLarens separated by 1 point. In fact, Verstappen is 34 points adrift. But of course, all you need is another one of those McLaren weekends, and the championship could look very, very different. Lam Royale picks up a 3-second time penalty. Levy had a 3-second time penalty. It was the first one of the night. Lam Royale picks up the second, and J-Boy picks up the third. But that one for Lam Royale is crucial. Remember his strategy, all about speed. Went out on the medium, got his way back to the lead. Now he's coming to the pits for a set of hard tyres. And he's supposed to be flying up through the order, making up positions on that brand new rubber. Instead, now he's got to worry about a 3-second penalty next to his name. So taking the lead won't be enough. He needs to take the lead and open it. Martin still out front. Not for long. We didn't see the overtake, but there it is. They're side by side, wheel to wheel. We saw Skull get the nose in front for just a second. Just a second we saw Skull going into the lead. It must have been wheel to wheel stuff. But he is back in P2, but now starting to attack. Starting to let Martin know he's not there to follow. He's not there to take P2. He's there for the win. And he's going to mount the challenges. The other McLaren in P4. This would be a good night for the McLaren team. 2 drivers within the top 5. But Haas 25 points for the win. An additional point for Top Gun, who's currently in P10. Skull fighting at the front. This is as close as you're going to get without an overtake. Just a tenth of a second between the two. Almost looks like they're coming into the pits. That's how much track they're using. All of it that's on offer. And this time, surely, gets around the outside. Not sure how much battery he's going to have left after that. Surprisingly, top two very much on the same amount of battery. So they've both been fighting just as hard. And for now, on the hard tyre, Skull leads the race in Jeddah. Skull out front. Now Martin. Comes the car in P2. He gets to look at a rear wing for a few laps. Skull will be hoping it's for a few laps. Skull will actually be hoping permanently. You're looking at the back of that Alpine wing permanently. Virus, look at Virus. Virus up into P3. Lots of support in the chat for Skull, for Virus. Where is Andre? Andre down in P8. Getting very, very close to the Aston Martin. Just up the road from him, looking to make up another position. But as I say that, he loses a position. Looking to mount an attack, and he's got to worry about a Sauber to his right. Look at these two, fighting for P8, like it were the lead of the race. It's great to see racing not only at the top of the order, but in the midfield. All the way down to the bottom. There we go, Boinkies. Makes up a position, or does he? Sticks it up the inside of the Sauber, then the outside. Gets the overtake done. And that is for P12. Next target, Harsh Cartoon. He wants points. Gonna have to find 6 seconds after that. Skull out front, 4/10. So he hasn't been able to shake off that horse. Levy retires from the race, becomes the first retirement. I think that retirement was in the pits. I do see a dark blue dot in the pits. I think that is the RB that's called it a day. So he spent most of the race at the rear of the field, had that early damage. Then I think came in for the medium, maybe got a little bit more damage because I see he retired with 1 lap on the medium. Caution in sector 1, but that's all it is. It should disappear from our screens. And look at this. Look at this. Wheel to wheel. Messy. A little messy. But I think they both held on to all their carbon fiber bits and pieces. But getting the elbows out. Getting pushy. Might have taken the lead. I'm not going to let you keep it. Want it back? Come and get me. Virus in P3. All the fighting those two do ahead up the road can only help Virus get a little closer, but at the moment he's getting further away. Last lap, the gap was 14 seconds to the top two. It's now 15 and a half. Gun saying Virus needs to pick up the pace. Virus will be thinking, I need a safety car. Crazy when we see 5 safety cars at a circuit like Imola. It didn't happen too long ago. Then we come to a track like Saudi, and everyone's able to keep it out of the walls. Smurf, the lead Red Bull in P4. Second Red Bull, unfortunately, not in the points at this time. Lam Royale. He's had an odd race. Came into the pits early on. Put on another set of medium tyres. He was able to get himself all the way up into the lead of the race. Then made a second pit stop. 2 pit stop strategy for Lam Royale. Now he's on a set of hards. Fresher than all the other hards around him. But he's got that 3-second penalty and a lot of time to catch. From one Aston Martin to the other, this is Osman in P8. Ooh, and he's coming under pressure. There's a Selber looking towards the inside, not going for the move, but just putting the nose directly in the middle of that mirror, letting him know, in case you forgot, I'm right here. Look at your timing screen. Fantastic racing in the midfield. Osman, J-Boy, and Top Gun not far behind. Spike saying that is his Red Bull in P4. Of course, Smurf doing the job of a super sub. Of course, at a team as volatile as Red Bull. Imagine Yuki's not feeling well one weekend and they bring in a Red Bull driver who keeps it in the top 3. Well, I don't think Yuki's coming back. Don't want to give up your Red Bull seat. Terrible idea. The job is never safe at Red Bull. Even if you're Christian Horner. Martin leads the way, but the gap's not any bigger. In fact, it's smaller, 0.2 of a second. Skull just getting out of shape. Getting out of shape on the exit. You want to have that perfect exit so you can get the perfect launch. Open up DRS and attempt into turn 1. Will the attempt come? Yes, it does. Up the inside. They both go sideways. Fantastic driving by both. Skull has to go off-road. And somehow, they're still wheel to wheel. This time Skull gets the inside and the Haas has to go off-road and maintains the lead. And now there is contact. Is there contact? Looks like both wings are intact. Skull leads the way. Haas goes wide in the background. And the gap, half a second. I'm Royale in P4. Carrying on with his climb up the order, but I think he's just given himself too much work. Looked good at the start. It's getting to look more and more difficult, and that penalty is just also taking away those chances. Close stuff at the front. J-Boy picks up a 3-second penalty. But back to the lead. It's Skull versus Martin, and these two have matched each other lap after lap, and even though they're fighting like this, they're still faster than the man in P3 because they're opening up the gap, 17.5. So not only are they battling, they are doing this at incredible speed, both on the limit. You've got to have both skills. You've got to have attack, you've got to have defense, because they've traded places again. This time Martin to the front, no wheel to wheel into turn 1, gets the overtake done before turn 1. A lot cleaner. Now Skull just needs to settle down. 3 laps to go in the race, back in P2. Collect his thoughts again. Plan his attack again. He'll be hoping this time to stay in front. Seven tenths of a second, 8 tenths of a second. So important. Stick to the basics. See those lap times coming down. Each and every corner you go through, you know that's one less corner for an overtake, one less opportunity to take the lead of the race, but you can't let that get to you. 3 tenths of a second. Patience, composure, pressure. This time to the outside. He's not going to have enough this time round, and Skull's going to have to tuck in behind the horse, wait for DRS again. Wants to stay as close as possible and then absolutely launch it in Sector 3. One of the differences with the Formula 1 next year is you see those battery levels there in the middle of your screen. Well, the battery is going to charge a lot faster, but the battery is also going to discharge a lot faster. So if a battery is on 100% and you press the, suppose you could call it the push to pass button, that battery only lasts 11 seconds. But you can charge it in 11 seconds of braking time. Martin and Skull, 3 tenths of a second, lap 23 of 25. You're not going to see a race closer than this. Cars battling from start to finish. Initially it was a battle between 3 cars. The race for Lam Royale has gone in a different direction. I can tell you he's 8 tenths of a second behind Virus. That's that battle. Lam Royale looking to at least get himself back on the podium. He's not going to be close to these two though. Skull looks to the inside. There's nothing there. Lap 24 of 25. There will be another opportunity. What a job by the Alpine drivers so far. Virus coming under pressure from the Aston Martin. His tyres now 14 laps old. Lam Royale will have a tyre advantage, just 10 laps on his hard tyres. I wonder if that one extra lap that I was talking about earlier on the hard tyre will make the difference. Did Martin get out of shape? It looks like he did get out of shape. He's lost a bit of momentum, the Alpine, all over the back of the horse. And now we get some straights. It's all about the speed. It's all about the DRS, and that's not what you want. It's too much. It's too much. Keep going. Should have had that on broadcast. Had it on board. Didn't see it coming. Disappointing. But P2. A very, very well deserved one. Just needs to get it to the end. Unless Martin stirs the pot one more time and throws this one out the window. Hopefully I didn't curse that battle, but I was trying to give you guys the very best footage of it, because what a battle it was. Now separated by 3.8 seconds. I wonder if that Alpine has picked up damage. Lam Royale has made the overtake up into P3. I think he's going to have the tools to catch the driver ahead of him. That is Skull. And now we'll get a view of the Alpine. And yes, that Alpine is very broken. Of course, it's lap 25 of 25, so he will not visit the pits. The gap is 13 seconds. I'm saying AI Skull. No, not AI Skull. That guy's not invisible. But he will be disappointed. He raced hard for that one. He wanted the victory. You could see he wanted the victory. But P2, 18 points. Nothing wrong with that. It's not just making a mistake in the race. That's so easy to do. For me, for you, for anybody. Anybody can make a mistake in the race. Lots of us make a mistake in the race while racing all by ourselves with no one around us. Skull made a mistake against the quickest man on the circuit. And there's nothing wrong with that. That is an Alpine that doesn't look too impressed in the wall. And wow, the rain has really started coming down outside. Not on the track, outside the comms box. And no, the comms box is not at the track. Just waiting for the remainder of the drivers to take the checkered flag. We had absolutely zero safety cars tonight. We had the one retirement that took place in the pit lane. Said it was raining hard. Now it's just sounded like it changed gears. It's coming down even harder. Impressive Joburg rains at night. And there we go, your race winner, Martin, fastest lap, Levy, driver of the day. It's going to go to Andre. Most overtakes to Lamroyal. And the cleanest driver goes to Wezo. Your final results, Martin takes the victory. Started from P2, picked up a position, and won the race. Skull finished in P2, could have been P1. What a battle it was at the end. But the mistake had to come from one of them. Virus P3, lots of support for Virus and Skull in the comment section, so good to have them both on the podium. Got Lam Royale in P4, very busy race for him, started from pole. Then Smurf P5, Andre P6, Wezo 7, Boinkies 8, Top Gun 9, and Osman takes the final point. No points on the night for Robin, Harsh Cartoon, J-Boy, and Sugar Bear. And the fastest lap, and the only DNF, go to Lebby. And there we go, folks. That is the end of that. That was Season 13, Round 6 of SAFRL. Hope you all enjoyed that. I know that I enjoyed that race. Fantastic race. And then obviously right at the end there, a mistake coming from one of the drivers. But really that mistake could have come from any of the drivers. Racing on the absolute limit. Pushing on the absolute limit. And sometimes both cars don't get to the checkered flag at the same time. Of course, now we will return. NFR will return on Thursday night at 8 o'clock. That is with Red Line Racing. Let's see if we can pull up the calendar for Red Line Racing, see where we're going next. That's if my laptop will agree with us. Well, that is not the Red Line calendar. That is the SAFRL calendar. You can see that was Saudi. Now we've got something interesting coming up next week. Next week we've got the mystery reverse tracks. So the drivers will not know where they are racing. The drivers will only know they're racing at one of the reverse tracks available on the game, and there's 3 of them. So next week is either going to be Zandvoort in reverse, Silverstone in reverse, or Spielberg in reverse. That is going to be an interesting scenario, and I hope you all tune in to see where exactly we're going to be racing. I can tell you all of those circuits in reverse are quite tough. If I had to pick which one I would drive in reverse, I'd pick Austria. Just to go over and see, can we get the Red Line Racing calendar so we can see where we're going next? Where is Red Line? I think it's that one. There we go, Red Line Racing. Where are we going next? Red Line Racing will be in Las Vegas, round 5. That'll be on Thursday night at 8 p.m. That'll be the next time the channel is live. And then as for Sunday at 6, can we pull that calendar up as well? Yes, we can. So it'll be Vegas on Thursday. And then it will be Cheddar again on Sunday. And then, of course, next week, SAFRL, we're going to do the mystery reverse circuit, one of 3 circuits. The drivers aren't going to know who it is till the end. And that always lands up being an exciting one because the drivers can't practice quite as much. I want to thank you all one more time for joining us, for joining the stream, for supporting the stream, and for supporting all the drivers. I'm sure they all appreciate it. I appreciate it. The channel wouldn't be worth anything if it wasn't for you. So I'll leave you with a little bit of music, and then I'll call it a night. Thank you all, and until Thursday, cheers.
I am stupid. I am stupid. I switch off everything.
The checkered flag is waving near. Fans are cheering, can you hear? Highs and lows in every lap. Drawn falls, no time for a nap. Competitors push with all their might, risking it all in the fight. Victory awaits the bold and brave. Legends are born on this stage. SAFRL on a Tuesday night. Adrenaline rush and flashing lights. Tears and triumphs on the line. In the race of life at 8 p.m. shine. Checkered flag is waving near. Fans are cheering, can you hear? Highs and lows in every lap. Drawn falls, no time for a nap. Competitors push with all their might, risking it all in the fight. Victory awaits the bold and brave. Legends are born on the stage. SAFRL on a Tuesday night. Adrenaline rush and flashing lights. Tears and triumphs on the line. In the race of life at 8 p.m. shine.
Gather round, mates, for a tale that's a laugh about a racer named Jack took an F1 path. Aussie lad with guts, but he spun that ride, crashed his dreams. Now he's off to the side. Jack Gold Coast born with speed in his heart, Dad's a legend, gave him racing from the start. F4, F3, tearing up the scene. F2 king, living out his dream. Alpine shouted, Jack, you're our man. Gave him Ocon seat, thought he'd lead the plan. But 25 roared like a roo gone wild. Jack's F1 hopes got wrecked in exile. Suzuka turn 1, pushing 8 and 5. Slammed that wall, car barely survived. Team radio buzz, Jack, you still there? He's stumbling out, dust in his hair. Oh, Jack ain't coming back, he's done away, mate. Crashed that car, sealed his F1 fate. 0 points, left skid marks on the track. Frank goes in, and Jack ain't coming back. Miami Grand Prix, thought he'd make a mark. Turn 1, lap 1, sent Liam Lawson to the dark. Penalty stacked, his license near shot. Speeding in the pits, fines hit the lot. Alpine's cash took a hit from a spree. Boss Ollie Oak said, Jack, you're killing me. Franco Colapinto with bucks and a smile. Snagged Jack's seat, sent him back in exile. Fans online are cackling, saying Jack's a bust. 6 races, no points made, you're eating dust. Oh, Jack ain't coming back, he's done away, mate. Crashed that car, sealed his F1 fate. 0 points, left skid marks on the track. Frank goes in, and Jack ain't coming back. Jack swore he'd push like a dingo on fire, but his car's in scraps and his dreams retired. Back to reserve, just a spare in the shed. F1 chewed him up, left his hopes for dead. Jack with a grin and a cheer. Your F1 run was a wild outback steer. Aussie battler, you gave it a crack, but them crashes prove Jack ain't coming back. Oi, mate. Oh, Jack ain't coming back, he's done oi, mate. Crashed that car, sealed his F1 fate. 0 points, left skid marks on the track. Frank.
A spark in the dark where your dreams collide. They'll tell you to stop, say the road's too long, but your heart keeps beating to a rebel song. Take a step, don't look below. Every scar's a story, only you will know. The weight of the world can't break your stride. You're carving your name where the stars reside. When the shadows call, when the nights grow cold, you'll find the strength in the tales untold. You can rise to the sky, touch the edge of the flame, write your heart in the light, let the world know your name. No chains can hold you, no storms too wide. You're a legend in the making when you rise to the sky. The ground may shake, but your roots run deep. Every fall you take is a promise you keep. The doubters will fade, their voices will break, 'cause your soul's on fire and it's yours to take. Run through the rain, chase the endless fight. Every dream you claim lights a spark in the night. The horizon's calling, it's yours to claim. A warrior's heart with a fearless flame. When the shadows call, when the nights grow cold, you'll find the strength in the tales untold. You can rise to the sky, touch the edge of the flame, write your heart in the light, let the world know your name. No chains can hold you, no storms too wide. You're a legend in the making when you rise to the sky. Stand tall when the thunder roars, break the locks, kick down the doors. Every step is a battle won, your story's just begun. Oh, let it soar, forevermore, forevermore. You can rise to the sky, touch the edge of the
making till the end of time.